Okay, now you're recording. Okay, so show the remote, and then the vehicle. Oh, see that? Now damn near ran into that sewer. Gotta watch that. I sail around a lot with them sewers, man. Still got an off-road setup on it. Just for the record, this was my pay dirt racing car from last season. Car routinely placed second, first, and third, and it never actually placed lower than fourth in its racing career, and that only happened because I broke the car.
Okay. Yeah, you can sort of see it.
We'll see it better when I actually do the video. Okay, let's get some we're driving on the street, but it handles so nice off-road. That's what made it a great race car. Like, see how much tighter it handles off-road than on-road? And don't forget, it's designed for a dirt track. I never ran it off on this stuff before, and today's the first day. So, I don't have my suspension set up for it. But even still, it's just a retarded little race car. I love it. Funny too, because I didn't think I was going to keep it after I quit racing it, but it's such a great little car, I decided I'm going to keep it. I'm actually thinking of ordering it now. It's my private car, and it'll be way faster than it ever was. As a race car, they only ever want them so fast. Now I also have this truck canted to the left, so it actually handles better to the left, more smoothly and precisely than it does to the right. Like, to the right, it's really touchy. But it's because there were a lot of tight corners on my track that were to the right, and only one to the left. So I have the left set up for high-speed handling and the right set up for low-speed handling. That's just a towing camera thing, though. That was close, eh? I'm trailing something. I'm going to bring it over. Oh, that's nice. Look. Rubber. Love this Swift car. It just launches so quick on dirt. It's even faster than it is. It's even faster on the street, which blew my mind. I didn't really expect it to be as fast as it is on the street. But I've got the new Max Amps 2C 2200 lipos for 116 Revo in it, and they're retarded. They're the fastest batteries I've seen for it so far. Now with the Nicat, it'd bounce around a lot less because it's heavier, and you wouldn't see it flipping like that. This car has never flipped on me or rolled on me in a race. But it's usually so flat and stable and sweet. But I'd have to set it up for this stuff. I'd have to really make my suspension soft again. This is actually, it'll handle better on that stuff to some degree, just because it's what I raced on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, let's see. I wanted to see if it would do itself a little wheelie. It does sometimes under acceleration, and I thought for sure it would do one with a little bit of reverse on it. It's just set up really well. It's not a car that usually wheelies. The front end stays really well planted to the ground. I actually have it weighted, just so the size of the track know it. GTX 4600 6L Nicat or Nimine. I also was running the stock steering servo, but I had weighted the steering servo with a 7-gram weight. So right over top of the steering servo in the front end is a fairly substantial weight, which is why the front end stays so well planted, even on this rough stuff. And with a heavier battery, it really affects the car's handling. This one's way faster, but the other battery handles better. So, I recommend the 2 cells from Max Amps right now. And later today, I'm going to try the 6500 2 cell from Max Amps and see how that works out. That's a full size battery. See what I mean? I gotta make my shot softer. So watch this. Much less bouncy now though. Oh. But your less bounce slightly affects, notice how tight the turning radius got now? It's a little tighter. Even that was at full throttle too, that turn. So full throttle turns with this car, so was that. Full throttle turns are not a problem when you're off-road. The lighter battery actually just makes the car pivot easier and turn easier on the front end. Because the back end is lighter. Ah, this battery's dying. That's actually a battery. Now you're on. So just want to show the car for me real quick and zoom it over the front and show the whole car, okay? Please and thank you. Okay, so here's your speed controller. Feel that. Does that feel hot to you? No, it's nice. It's actually a nice temperature, which is surprising because we were just running on grass, which is not what it was designed for. It's a lot easier, less work on the motor and everything for it to run in sand. There's the weight I was talking about. There's a 7-gram weight right on top of the steering servo. So this is the position right here. I've tried a variety of positions. I've seen other guys try a variety of positions. Mine tends to jump as one of the flatter vehicles. Right here, right on top of the steering servo, dead center, and right at the front of the steering servo, as far as you can get. Alright, this is the Max Amps 6500, discharging at 9 amps. And we're going to see the difference here, Tony. And I'll try and show you that essentially top speed is all about gearing, and the battery is only really all that useful up to a certain point. So at 9 amp discharge, there's your acceleration play, and I just wanted you guys to see firsthand what some of the differences can be. Now remember I said that acceleration is the most important consideration. It is not how fast you really go, but how fast you get there that counts on a racetrack. And the fact is, the bigger the battery is, sometimes, as you can see, I'm not actually going any faster. In fact, I'm going slower, and it's because it has less grip, because the tires are turning at a higher RPM, and it's too fast. So there's a limit with this motor and battery combo, and with any battery combo and any motor combo, as to how much RPM you can spin safely without just doing donuts and not really accelerating any faster at all. Winning races is more about knowing your car and about knowing which batteries not to use and how fast it should be for the track. It has so much to do with that, it's ridiculous. So if you can keep it focused on the track, because if you watch the video from today, I mean, the extra weight helps it, okay? You get better traction than with the tiny battery. As I said you would, it's not flipping all over the place. You're getting a tighter turning circle because there's more weight on the vehicle. All that is great, okay? But it has limits. Alrighty, folks. Well, here's the thing. The other day while I was out taking this video for you folks, trying to do a decent race video on this vehicle, I realized firstly that there were a bunch of things I didn't really go over. For one, I have some carbon bits here that are really quite handy. The front suspension arms are both carbon. This is carbon. The rear bulkhead is carbon.